Oh, wait a minute. I think I do have a bed. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that was different. Why did it do that? That really sucks. And it just blew up. What's going on here? That is so weird. Let's get some of this stuff out of here. I'm really confused right now. Apparently we can't use a bed in the dimension. That's different. I did not realize that. And I think that just really bites. Okay, so, yep, see it. Is this one still in place? That one's still in place. Oh, and I think it just blew up our quarry. Did it just destroy our quarry? I think it did. Oh my goodness. That really bites. Where are you? Oh, they're fighting. That's hilarious. That is so funny. Go away. Ah, man. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut away here. Go graft a quarry. Get rid of this nighttime so we can actually get some stuff done without being interrupted. And I will be right back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Sorry for that pause. Went ahead and crafted another quarry. Completely depleted ourselves of diamonds except for one. I think I have one remaining, which is really unfortunate because we're really needing those diamonds for the quarry plus. Now I'm going to have to start all over again. We're going to need 32. So, but we're back. Huge lesson learned there, I guess, for me. I had no idea that that would happen. I know that happens in some other dimensions. I believe I've heard about it, although I've never seen it before. It just didn't dawn on me that the mining dimension would do that. I don't know. I guess I just don't understand why that would be an aspect of this dimension, but it is. So, whatever. We'll deal with it as best we can, right? So, okay, we've got our quarry. Let's go ahead and get it configured now. Go ahead and place our blocks down that we're going to need. Double check that in a second. Did you get out of here? Don't need you. You're a glitch. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put our chest right here. Again. Go ahead and have our outputs. Boom, boom. Put our void pipe. And, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to put our diamond pipe down first, then our void pipe. There. Go ahead and configure it for cobble and dirt. There we go. And then just our power source, right? And then we should be in good shape. And voila. Let's go ahead and make sure that this is right. Is it covering the whole thing? It looks like it's covering the whole thing. Good. And then let's go ahead and turn this guy on. All right. I think we're in good shape now, guys. So this is a 32 by 32. It's considerably bigger than this guy, which I believe is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's correct. It's 9 by 9. Now we're going 32 by 32. Guess we can pick our markers up so we can reuse them. Yeah, 2. Sometimes it consumes them. Yeah, that one's consumed. Yeah, so I got 2 of them back. I made an extra. I thought they'd all gotten destroyed, but one of them was still available. Okay, so that was a bit longer than I expected in terms of getting our quarry running again at a slightly larger size, but glad we did it. Hopefully we'll get lucky. I have not gotten diamonds out of any of our quarries yet, so I'm hoping we'll be more fortunate this time. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft. This is Dino. Thanks for joining me. You'll probably notice that the beginning of this episode doesn't actually start with your traditional introduction, and the reason for that is because I decided to go ahead and edit the previous episode a little bit differently than prior episodes. I thought it might be more exciting to sort of end it on a cliffhanger, and I hope you enjoyed that. So the beginning of this particular episode is really just a continuation of the previous episode, and where we're at now is wanting to kind of add a little more content to finish up that episode. So yeah, in the previous episode we kind of went over the requirements for Quarry Plus, the assembly table, and switching over to a new mechanic, and then kind of used the painting machine from Ender.io to camouflage some of our blocks from Ender.io, and then also crafted another remote I/O block to automate the moving of ingots into our storage facility. So, and then we ended the episode obviously with us going into the mining dimension and expanding the size of our quarry using landmarks. So that was hopefully an enjoyable episode for you. I had a lot of fun doing it and had a lot of fun editing it as well. So kind of added some new capability to that process that I'd not played with before. So, and of course I love doing and trying new things. So that was kind of fun. I hope you enjoyed that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this episode. So I've kind of done a few things. Oh, the thunder and lightning's here. Oh boy. Let's see if I can turn that down a bit. Weather, turn the weather down. There we go. Hopefully that'll be better. So yeah, so moved this back one block just to kind of make it more flush with the wall, and swapped out our lava generating power system here. I can't remember the name of the block now, but it wasn't very efficient, and I continued to have to feed it a lot of coal. So basically I just replaced it with a capacitor bank, which actually is getting energy using a remote I/O block over in our warehouse. So, and we'll go take a look at that here in a moment. But I did want to kind of comment on this, because when I actually moved this block away, this compact machine back one block, I didn't expect the contents of that block to just spill all over the floor. I thought it would stay in the dimension and it would just allow us to move the location of the compact machine without impacting the contents. But no, as soon as I busted that block, everything just spilled out, and after moving it into its rightful place now, I had to kind of go in there and rebuild it all. So that's kind of sucky. And unfortunate. So I thought I'd mention that for those of you that are maybe playing with compact machines. that you know, be aware of that. So I don't know if maybe I just broke it with the wrong block. I just punched it with a pickaxe and picked it up. Maybe there's another way of doing it. Maybe I did it inappropriately, and I'll look into that. But anyway, just be aware of that. And then I also moved our trash can from over there to over here. And the reason I did that was because right now I'm only filtering dirt and cobblestone from the quarry. And I'm doing that at the source, i.e. in the mining dimension. But there's some other blocks of yucky stuff that's coming in here that I really don't need a whole bunch of. And so I decided to put this item conduit on here and apply an upgrade to a basic item filter that would allow me to get rid of some additional types of cobblestone and stuff that we don't necessarily need. And I also added dirt and cobblestone to this configuration as well. That way I can take the void pipe out of the mining dimension and actually control what I want to keep and not keep at this end. That way I don't have to go into the mining dimension should I decide, oh, I need some dirt for something. You know, if I use up all of our dirt in a build and I need more, then I can just take it out of this filter right here without having to run around and do so. So right now, all of those filtered items just go straight into our trash can. So same as the void pipe that we're using over in the mining dimension. And then I also added a couple more sorting iron chests as well, because we're of course picking up and processing a lot more ores now, and that one right here is pretty much full. So I created this one, and you can see it's pretty much full. So I created this one. So once this is completely full, which apparently it's not quite full yet, otherwise it would start putting stuff in here. Actually, it's probably just because I'm not processing more ores. So let's just go ahead and grab some more ores and go ahead and get those processing over here. Very good. And I think that's about it that I've done down here real quick. Oh, I crafted a turtle named Spot. And so and the reason I did that is because I'm going to want to start working more with liquid XP here fairly soon. And there's more capability that I'm not taking advantage of yet that I'd like to start taking advantage of. And to do that, I'm going to want to put a liquid XP storage tank somewhere underground over here. Haven't quite decided where yet. And then when I go to do that, I'll want to use my turtle to kind of build out that open space. So that's what's there. And so this is what it looks like over here now. And here's the remote I/O interface that's sending power straight out of our capacitor storage banks here, right into this guy, and then it's storing it in that capacitor bank in our basement, and that's supplying power now to the machines down there. And then I moved the pipes back here to into the wall, and then camouflaged those so you can see them there. And then just that way I could put dirt back. And then I put them over here as well. So pretty nice, huh? Alrighty, so the next thing I want to do is I wanted to kind of start looking into what's going to be required to craft our ME system. And excuse me, still got this cold that I'm fighting. And so to do that, we're going to need some materials. Let's go ahead and filter on applied energistics. Energistics, if I could spell. There we go. And we're going to need our ME interface and a bunch of stuff, obviously. So I think I started looking at the ME interface. Exactly, yeah. And then what was going to be required for this formation core. We need this Fluix dust. And then we need this logic processor. So I'm going to need to craft an inscriber. And then I'm also going to need this dust. And to get this dust, we need these Fluix crystals. And to get these Fluix crystals, we have to, let's see if I can remember. Yeah, we have to drop one charged Certus quartz and one nether quartz and a redstone dust into a puddle next to one another and wait a moment to receive 2 Fluix crystals. So that's kind of um, a new method for me. I think that was a different recipe before. Let me look at that again. Yeah, so we need charged Certus quartz, nether quartz, and redstone dust. So let's go do that real quick. We have some charged ones here. And nether quartz and redstone dust. Oh, I always do that. Click on the wrong thing. There we go. And then I created a puddle upstairs, or a water source. And then here, you just throw these guys into the water. And after a moment, there you go. See? It turns into these Fluix crystals. So pretty, pretty interesting process. It's kind of cool. And then from here, you can just pulverize them or macerate them or whatever into the dusts that you need. But I think we need some actual crystals as well for some crafting recipes. But I was kind of a little nervous about the amount of charged Certus quartz because you can mine them underground, but they're a little rarer. Actually, they're quite hard to find. Actually, it just depends. So apparently, though, you can take regular Certus quartz, and with this charger, you can put these regular Certus quartz in there, and then you'll get the charged Certus quartz out. And that's what's over there. So let me go ahead and grab one, and I'll show that to you. So here's some regular ones. And you just craft that charger, and its recipe's not too bad. You need 2 of these Certus quartz, so you definitely need 2 charged ones right away before you can even craft this guy. So you're definitely going to have to find some underground. But then once you're able to craft this guy, you can create the charged ones after that. So it's not a difficult recipe. You just need 2 of these Fluix crystals that we just created a second ago, and then 5 iron. And then you can get this charger. And then once you have the charger, you can then create charged ones in the future yourself and not have to go hunting for them. So you just plop it in there like that with a right click. And after a short time, it will become charged. There you go. Now it's charged. It turns kind of a light blue color, and then the tooltip says it's charged. So there you go. Also, you'll notice I have this reservoir behind me, an Ender IO reservoir, and I've been meaning to do that for a long time. I think I've even mentioned that in a prior episode. So I finally got around to doing it. And so now we have an infinite water supply down here. And I'm not going to leave this guy here. I just put it down here real quick just to see how it worked. And apparently you cannot feed the power through the side. It's got to be fed through the top, which is sort of why it's in this precarious position here. I'll have to find a better location for it. I don't know if I'll keep it down here, if I'll move it up to the warehouse. I'm still trying to decide, what the best use of this area down here might be for. I might just keep it as our storage facility and maybe move the machines into the power room up there. So still trying to decide on that. So let's go ahead and eat real quick. So let's go ahead and craft the subscriber now. Pardon me, the inscriber. So the inscriber is, where's that at again? There it is, it's the inscriber. So we need 2 pistons, 5 iron, and 1 Fluix. Oh, and those are sticky pistons. Oh, okay. So I have pistons there. I have 4 pistons here. Did I actually put it all over here? No, I didn't. Yeah, okay, so let me go upstairs and get two of our, oh, I moved it over here. I moved the food over here. It was over there, and I moved it over here so that I could make it a double chest because our farmer And the village is picking up an awful lot of stuff, and I wanted to bring it over here. So I just moved stuff around. All right, so we have 2 slime balls. Go ahead and put those in here. We'll get 2 sticky pistons this way. Excellent. And then the inscriber. There, there, and 5 iron. Let's see. We got iron in here? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and it's just taking up my space. I'll put it up here. Okay. I think it was like this. Yes. Awesome. Okay, and now we have our inscriber. Very good. And I think we need the inscriber to create these guys, these logic processors. See, we need this inscriber. So we'll work on that stuff next time. For now, I'll just set it over here. Because we're not going to have enough time. I've only got about 20 minutes available in this episode because about 10 minutes was taken up from the end of the last episode, which is in this episode, if that makes sense. Okay, and then we needed, I grabbed this together to craft something, and now I'm spacing on what it was. Oh, that's right. I think it was the travel anchors. So let's go ahead and move this stuff into my inventory. You know how I talked about not wanting to use the telepads anymore until they fix that bug with the resolution when you teleport. And so I think for now we'll go ahead and replace it with the travel anchors, which is a pretty cool feature as well in another mod. It's from the Ender.io mod, and it gets crafted this way, so it's not too bad, but you need these pulsating crystals. And these pulsating crystals take pulsating iron nuggets and a diamond. And that's what this pulsating iron is all about. So we need 2 of those and 2 diamonds. Give us those pulsating crystals. And then with those pulsating crystals in the center and some conduit bindings and some iron, we get 2 of these guys. So these are the travel anchors, and they're pretty cool. So let's go ahead and put one down here. We can always move it if we don't like this location. And then let's go ahead and go to the warehouse real quick before things start to spawn on us. Yeah, look at all those mobs underground. I definitely need to make a point of going down there and cleaning that up, lighting up down there real quick so that we don't have to deal with that. All those mobs. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this here. So let's see if I can remember how this works. So basically, when you step on this guy and you look around, you'll see these images of where these other travel anchors are located. And they can be all around. I don't know what the max distance is. It seems to be a pretty good distance. I don't know if it's 32 blocks or 64 blocks. Not completely sure. But once you look around and you see one, you put your cursor over it and jump, and you teleport to that location. Just like that. It's that simple. See it over there? Boom. Just like that. It's really, really nice. So a very quick way to travel, and it's obviously going to be perfect for, you know, our base. You know, I could put one in, you know, the blacksmith shop there. I could put one even over in our barn over there if I wanted to, and it'll just be a real quick way to get around our base. Additionally, there's another item called Staff of Traveling, I believe. So this is Ender.io, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and filter on Ender.io. Whoops. Put the keys on the right location. Okay, so we've got, I think there's it's called the Staff of Traveling. Experience Rod. I'm blind. Let's just type it in. Staff of. There it is. Staff of Traveling. And you have to charge it with RF, redstone flux, and then this basically becomes like a remote travel anchor. So then with the Staff of Traveling, anywhere in the world where we're located, I believe we can hold that, and it'll show us where these are located, and then we can right click, and I think it'll teleport you to that location. It might have a distance limitation as well. I'm not completely sure, but the neat thing about it is that we could be out working over there in the corner of our base, and we want to kind of come back to the basement real quick. I don't have to run all the way back. I can just use the Staff of Traveling to get back here. So even if there is a distance limitation, it's still probably a pretty convenient feature. So yeah, that'll be something else to craft. What's the requirement? Let's get these blocks out of here so we can take a look at it. Huh. Why is it not? It's not showing me the recipe. I don't understand that. Yeah, it's not showing me the recipe. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to look up that recipe for that guy. I don't quite understand why it's not showing that to us. Okay. Well, that's probably it for this episode. It's, like I said, I've got to edit this and add it to the prior content from the previous episode. So this will probably be about 30 minutes long again as well. The next thing I want to do is get started on our zombie spawner mob trap from that zombie spawner that I showed you several episodes ago. And my original thought was to kind of take a more traditional mob trap approach. But since then, I've kind of come up with some other clever ideas that might make that mob trap even a little easier to build, and maybe even hopefully more efficient. So I kind of want to test those ideas out real quick in my test world real quick before we get started on that. But I'm hoping I'll be ready maybe to get started on that in the next episode, because I would like to start working on our Liquid XP configuration and build out some of that capability over here in the warehouse, I'm thinking. So my thought process right now, or my thinking right now, is that we might extend this area out. Remember how I kind of said I want to move this wall kind of way back there and kind of make this space here more useful? So I'm thinking what I might do is build out a room over this direction, maybe take advantage of that open space already over there, and start putting our Liquid XP machines in this space. And then probably down below, underground perhaps, down there, put our Liquid XP tank so that we can store our Liquid XP down there, and then just pump it up into the room to the machines so that we can take advantage of the capability that Liquid XP provides. So that's sort of what I'm thinking right now. What do you think? Does that seem reasonable? Is that a good use of the space? We're kind of spread out right now, and I think that might start become more of a problem as we start building out more and more machines and more functionality in our base. So I'm probably going to wind up using this space a bit more, probably for our machines and for our processing facilities, like our energy production, And additionally, we pretty much have filled up our oil tank over here right now. It's pretty much full. So probably need to start getting busy processing this oil into fuel. So that's something else we need to do in the very near future also. So any thoughts or ideas you have about the most optimal use of this space and such? Would love to hear it because I mean I have some ideas, but um, every new base is a bit different than previous ones. So I kind of want to make sure I'm using this as optimally as possible. So yeah, would love to hear your ideas and thoughts on this. So okay, I think we'll go ahead and end the episode here. And like I said, if I can get that research done quickly enough, maybe we can get started on our mob trap. That way we can get to processing experience. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please consider giving it a like. I really appreciate that. It does help my channel grow. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free, and you'll get notifications for when the next episodes get released. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye, everybody.